Okay, I'm here interviewing Shelby. She's 8 years old in third grade in Tennessee. Shelby, the first question I'm going to ask you is, how much time do you spend watching TV each day?
Maybe about 3 hours, but if I have a really good book, I don't really watch as much TV as I usually do.
Okay. Do you have any video games systems here in your house?
Well, I borrow my brother's DS.
Okay, what else do you all have here?
Well, we have the GameCube, the Wii, and the PlayStation 2, and I can't remember what the other one is called.
Okay. How much time do you think that you spend playing video games each day?
Not a lot. I barely ever play video games.
Okay. Do you have a computer at home?
Yes.
Okay. And how much do you get to use the computer at home?
Well, I don't really know how much, because it's not like a timer myself or anything.
Yeah. Well, what websites do you like to get on the computer?
Well, I like to go on Netflix and Webkins and DisneyChannel.com and Nickelodeon.com. Those are the most likely ones I'll go on.
Okay. Now, Shelby, do you have a cell phone?
No.
Do you ever get to use a cell phone?
Well, I get to use my mom's because she lets me watch TV on it.
Oh, so you get to watch TV on her cell phone. That's really cool. And let's talk a little bit about how much you use technology at school. How much a day do you think that you get to use the school computer, like your computers in your classroom or the computer lab at your school? How much do you think you get to use those?
Probably 30 minutes.
About 30 minutes a day? Do you all have a computer lab in your school?
Yes.
Yeah. And how often do you get to go to that computer lab with your class?
Well, we get to go one day every week, I think.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good. What is your favorite website at school to get on?
I don't really have a favorite website.
And why did you say that you don't have a favorite? Because they
don't really let you do a lot of websites. They only let you go on Compass Learning or Marble Blast. I don't really like Marble Blast.
Okay, so Compass Learning is something that you get on, but you don't get to use very many websites at school. If you have a project to do at school, would you rather be able to do it on the computer and do your projects on the computer, or would you rather go to the library and kind of use books and things like that? Which one would you rather do if you had a project?
Well, probably both.
Probably both?
Yeah.
Okay, and why is that?
Because books carry a lot of interesting facts.
Yeah.
And so does the internet, so I think both.
Both?
So.
Well, good. And Shelby, the last question I have for you is there any kind of technology that you would like to have? Is there things that you don't have that you want to have or one day hope to have?
Well, a cell phone and my own DS, my own computer, and my own iPod.
Well, good. Well, Shelby, thank you so much for helping me with this survey about technology, and thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, next I'm interviewing Landon. He is going into third grade. And how old are you, Landon?
8.
8 years old. Landon, I'm just going to ask you a few questions about technology and how you use it at home and at school. My first question I have for you is, how much time each day would you say you spend watching TV?
Usually 2 hours a day and night.
About 2 hours a day?
But combined for 4.
Maybe 4. Do you have any video game systems at home?
A Wii, a PS2, a GameCube, and a DS.
Okay, so about 4 different video game systems. Well, how much time each day would you say that you spend playing video games on any of those 4 things that you have?
3 hours.
About 3 hours each day. Now, do you have a computer at home?
Yes.
Is it your computer or your family's computer?
My family's.
How much time do you think that you get to use your computer at home each day?
I rarely ever use it, but when I do, about an hour.
Okay, but you don't use it every day. Landon, have you ever used Google?
Mhm.
What do you use Google for?
Cheat codes, music videos, stuff like that.
Okay. What is your favorite? If you were to pick one website, what would you say is your favorite website?
Probably Disney Channel.
Disney Channel. Now, Landon, do you have a cell phone?
No.
No. Do you ever get to use a cell phone?
Mhm.
Yeah. How often do you get to use a cell phone?
Usually, it depends on if my mom's using it. But if she's not, I can use it.
Okay. Now let's talk about school. So we've talked about how you use technology at home. Let's talk about how you use technology at school. When you're at school on an average school day, how much time do you get to spend on the computer at school in the classroom?
Depends on if we're doing research or not.
Well, just
If
say
we're
on an
doing
average day.
On an average day, about 1 hour.
About an hour. And do you have a computer lab in your school?
Yes.
How often do you get to go to the computer lab?
Usually about twice every month.
Oh, that's not too bad. What is your favorite website to get on at school, different than from what you can get on at home?
FunBrain.
FunBrain. And the last question I have, is there any technology at all that you don't have that you would like to have? Can you think of anything?
An iPod, a PSP, an Xbox, and a laptop.
A laptop. Well, Landon, thank you very much for answering my questions.
You're welcome.
Okay, next I have Lane. He is 13 years old, going into the 8th grade, also a student in Tennessee. Lane, I'm just going to ask you a few questions about technology and how you use it in your everyday life. The first question I have for you is, how much time each day do you think that you spend watching TV?
Well, I don't really watch TV that much. Like, if something is on, I'll watch it special, you know. I play more video games.
Okay. Well, good. So what video game systems do you have?
Mainly, I have PlayStation 3.
Okay. And how much time each day would you say you spend playing your PlayStation 3?
Average 1 to 3 hours, I guess.
Okay. And do you have a computer at home?
Yes.
And how much time would you say that you spend each day on your computer at home?
1, 2 hours.
1, 2 hours each day. Do you ever, when you're on the computer, do you ever use Google to research anything when you're online?
Yes.
And what do you use Google for?
Well, I could use it for a project maybe, or, you know, look something up.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite website? If you were to pick one favorite website that you like to get on the computer, what would it be?
YouTube.
YouTube, okay. And also, Lane, do you have a cell phone?
Yes, I do.
You do. And how much time each day do you think you spend talking on your cell phone?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. Do you ever talk to your friends through text messaging on your cell phone?
Sometimes.
Yeah. And do you have on the computer, do you ever talk to your friends online, chatting?
Not really.
No. As far as school goes, how much time each day do you get to use the computers at school in middle school setting?
Well, you can use them to check your grades online, or if you're going to finish a project.
Okay. But do they let you get on the computer each day as part of a class or anything?
Well, we very rarely went to the computer lab to like work on some kind of online project.
Okay. If you had a project due at school, would you rather complete it on the computer, or would you rather go to the library and use books?
Well, if you're going to go to the library that day, I mean, I would go and get some books on that, but probably, like, I could go, you know, just look it up on the internet. If I couldn't find it, I'd probably go to the library.
Okay. And the last question I have for you, is there any kind of technology that you do not have that you would like to have, either now or hopefully soon? Is there anything you would like to have?
A car.
A car? Well, what about, yes, of course. Is there any other kind of like handheld technology that you would like to have? No,
Not
nothing?
really.
Just working on that car, huh? Okay, well, thank you, Lane, so much.